You know what really grinds my gears? I really don't like when people assign me their feelings. When like it's like you hold up a mirror to yourself and then you're like, "That's you," and it's like, "No, that's not me. That's you." That's kind of what I feel like happens. Um, somebody, and I'm sorry for calling you out on this because you might be watching. But somebody told me yesterday that I was tormented, and I'm really not tormented. It was almost like, what? What do you mean? I'm really fucking happy. Actually, I don't lack. Okay, I don't have any feelings of lack here. I feel very fulfilled. I have like my kids, I have my life, I have my tarot readings, I have a really good job, I have a roof over my head, I have cool posters back there. Like what more do you think I need? I don't know. I slept on it and I thought about it and I was like, I'm not. I don't like that when people assign me emotions. Like, if I'm feeling a kind of way, guess what? I'll tell you. Or I won't if it's not your business. But, in that case, I was a little like, I'm not tormented. You're tormented. Otherwise, you wouldn't see that in me. Because humans, you have this thing where it's like you look into a coffee cup and you're like, oh look, there's a face in there. Or you look at the clouds and you're like, oh, that's an elephant. Or you see a moon and you're like, oh, da da da. It's because your brain is searching for familiarities and shapes and stuff. It's like it's this natural thing that we have, right? And so if I'm quiet or if I'm aloof or whatever, you're like, you're sad, you're tormented. And it's like, no, dude, I'm a deep thinker. I am constantly like my gears are going. I'm always thinking. Which makes me not much of a speaker, honestly. In my real life, when I'm not doing this, I I don't really need to talk a lot. um, and when I do, I'm very subjective about the people I do talk to. I don't just it's like I made a post about this where I went from being really extroverted working customer service jobs, and then in this last year I just don't feel like as extroverted. I'm more introverted. I feel more like, okay, like now I work alone a lot of the times, and I'm like, I just watch Stanford University lectures while I'm working, and I just like I'm taking in information. I'm mulling it over in my brain. I'm trying to make sense of the universe. Um, those are things that are important to me. I don't feel like I need a human connection in like the physical sense in order to be happy or fulfilled in any way. On the contrary, I feel like in a lot of ways those things have stripped me of my happiness and feeling fulfilled. They have made me feel trapped, and like you could ask anybody who's dated me, um, like I just I don't like being clung on to. um, I don't even like having to talk every single day. I don't, like the things that other people seem to really love about relationships seem to be the things that I don't. And that's why I just don't want to be with anybody who isn't my twin flame, because guess what? I don't like talking constantly. Um, you might get a text from me once a week. Like I don't like talking constantly. I don't like feeling like I need to be at somebody else's beck and call. I don't like feeling like I need to take care of anybody else. Like I feel like you can make your own goddamn food. I feel like you can wash your own fucking dishes. Um, and I mean, and if I do make you food, and if I do wash the dishes, that's like a symbol of me. That's a gesture, okay, of love and camaraderie and whatever. That's a whole other thing. But I ain't trying to have that with nobody. Okay, I'm not trying to. I don't want to be in union like that. I don't know. Sorry, my candle just went out. I'm gonna replace it with this guy. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that smells good. But yeah, so yes, I just don't feel like I need to serve anybody or that I need to exist for anybody. I'm not here to make anybody else feel complete or whole or whatever. You know, if you ain't showing up with that energy already, then goodbye. You know, I don't know. I'm not here for all that. My twin flame like exists, and I know it, and they're probably the only person of my species here. You know, honestly, I feel like everybody else just doesn't fucking make sense. Whereas like, you know, I could be dropped by any energy and it doesn't hit me, and then that one person can you know throw me a curveball and be like, ah, goodbye, and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm devastated, you know. But I'm only devastated for like a day because I have ADHD and I can't focus that long. So props to being into having ADHD. I can't stay stuck on a heartbreak. I can't even focus on that long enough. So yeah, and you know, I would just appreciate it if people would just see me as a monk. Okay, like a man can do that, and nobody says shit. Nobody's like, he's tormented, he's miserable, he's whatever. They're like, they see him as spiritually enlightened and like, you know, on a higher path with a higher purpose than that. So I would really appreciate it if people could see me in that same light. Um, not see me as, you know, like, it's a girl, she must need a man, she must need somebody to validate her, right? Like, because I don't feel that. I don't feel like I need to be validated. I don't feel like I need anybody's anything to survive. Honestly, I'm good. I take care of myself, take care of my kids, I'm good. And yeah, so I know, like, in my position where I help a lot of people get wires crossed and they get the idea that I might want to date, or I might uh, want another kind of connection. And really, I'm just here to help you guys. I'm really just here to kind of like help you grow on your journey here. Um, you know, I live in the example of the Buddha and Jesus Christ and, you know, um, Nicholas Flamel. You know, I'm trying to live on a whole other. My ambitions here are not to be a fucking Stepford wife. My ambitions here are not to get laid. I just don't care about all that. I've had my kids. Like, I've literally, like, my body served its purpose there. I'm good. You know. So, you know, I don't need that. And if one day it ends up happening, well, then that's because the gods have gifted me with somebody to love because they thought that I needed that or whatever. Or they were like, oh, you should have this person who matches you, who is in the same special realm as you. Because I just don't feel like many, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm from here. Okay, yeah, that's I'm gonna be real. I don't feel like I'm from here. Um, but and I just don't relate to people. I don't comprehend narcissism, and so when I get hit with that, it like throws me for a fucking loop. I'm like, what? You have zero compassion. You have no empathy. You can't hear God right now. Like what? I don't know. That fucks me up. I just no. So I'd rather just not date. I'd rather just not pretend to be part of whatever. I don't need to. That ain't me. Um, I'm just here to spread messages. I'm like a prophet or whatever. You know, the divine gives me a message. I give you the message. And then we move forward. You need healing. I'm here to help you heal. I got you. You need shamanic medicines. I got you there. You know, I've made eye drops for a lady who like had super glue in her put in her eyes by her ex-boyfriend, and you know, like, and those, I ended up making a batch for myself. The pH balance was perfect, and it really helped with my glaucoma. I was like, I can fucking see, and I don't have headaches. It was nice. Um, you know, like, I've made a salve to help people with like diabetic ulcers and stuff to heal up. One guy was able to start walking, and then he got hit by a truck. If you're watching, I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I don't know how to help that. Let me try though, because I will find a way. Yeah, so, but you know, and he had been in his chair for like 2 years, and you know, because the skin was able to start healing back together, right? He was able to, you know, that's what gets me going. That's what really fucking, that's what I thrive for. That's why I worked in a dispensary for as long as I did. I want to be a healing energy here. I want to help you guys grow and strive, and you know, I don't want to be put in a box where like I'm not out here like exposing myself. I'm not doing the mating calls. I'm not doing the signals. I'm not twerking. It's a pretty good sign that I'm trying to show you a sense of modesty and a sense of I don't need that, or want that, because you know, like, it's just I don't care about that attention. It just does not. It means shit to me. uh, the things that do mean shit to me are like really deep, like discussions about the universe, really deep understanding. If you know, like people who come to me with those conversations get a lot fucking farther than people who try to assign me feelings and try to push me into getting into union with them, or you know, or try to, you know, I know that, you know, people's intentions are not bad when they're trying to date me, or when they're trying to connect with me in that way. I know your intentions are not bad. Um, it's just not the direction I'm taking my life. I've said it in a previous video. I'm very loyal to my twin flame connection, because I came to a point where I'm like, I just have to accept that I have these feelings and that they're there, and that's whatever. I don't need to act on them. I don't need to have anything. I'm very valid by myself. I'm very okay. I'm very whole. I don't need anything else. But I get this sense that, like, you know, people who come to a healer need healing, right? And so they think that I'm gonna heal in other ways, and I cannot mend your broken heart for you. Okay, that's something you have to do for yourself. I'm not here to distract you from reality. I'm here to throw reality in your face and be like, get up. It's time to get to work. It's time to be strong. It's time to fucking carry on through this. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm about. I'm a force for change. My purpose is too large. You know, that's really the message I've been getting from the divine for a couple years now. My purpose is just too large, for all of that. I don't need it. I don't want it. If the gods really thought that was something for me, and you know, whatever, then I would have my person. But since I don't, then you know, it's kind of like, I'm gonna throw an example out, about me as a person, so you guys can understand. So like, there was a time I was working at the dispensary, and I had this coworker. She was a fellow Aquarian, right? And you cannot get us in the same motherfucking room without us becoming Borat together and being a complete whatever. So yeah, so we're working at this place, and every day we're like, oh my god, yes, da da da, I get to work with you, da da da, and it was awesome. Here, I'm gonna have to start pulling candles. You cannot see me. All right. Is this helping? Maybe, mayhaps. I'm gonna trade it out for this dimmer one. Yes, I have a million candles. Okay, there we go. You can see a little bit better. Maybe I'll... Don't mind me and all my adjustments. I don't like this. Maybe it's like too bright in my face and then too not bright back here. Maybe I should put Jesus back here. It was perfect before. What happened? What happened? Okay. I'm gonna just grab these and just kind of keep it as it was. Need to quit trying to change my settings. Okay. So yeah. Sorry. I don't know. I just like candlelight, okay? But yes. So, back to what I was saying. There's my ADHD for you. See, you don't want to deal with that. But yeah, so back to what I was saying is, basically what happened was, because every time I worked with this girl, we'd get hella distracted. We never got shit done. Like, I'm gonna be real, my boss, she knew. She was just like, oh my god, these girls get together and they're just like blah blah blah, and never got shit done. And so I was forced to work on an opposite shift than her, and it sucked, and I was like, I miss you, and if she's out there watching or whatever, I hope she knows I do miss her and I love her. Yeah, and so it but on another scale here, that's kind of what's happened to me on the divine level. It's like, when I get into relationships, I don't do my work like I should. I struggle at the balance between my divine work, my real purpose here, and my connections. I get stuck in the connections. And then I get so carried away that it's like, I dated somebody recently who was kind of like perfect, right? and in every way, they checked off every box in my list of things that I needed or whatever. They were perfect, and because they were like, I never got shit done, and neither did they, because we were so busy just like hanging out and enjoying stuff. And I've really come to this conclusion in my life where it's like, I can't I can't be in union with somebody else while my purpose is this large. While I need to do a lot more. I need my focus to be here. I need my focus to be on people. Because if I have somebody on me like, why are you texting that guy? And I'm like, dude, his mother just died and he needs a tarot reading. Like, what the fuck are you on me about? I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. Whatever. It's stupid. I just won't do it. It like, the whole dynamic of a relationship is too fucky for what I'm trying to do here. So that's why. Like, my the guy I married, because we're not divorced yet. But yeah, like, he was awesome. Like, we had a great connection, but like, together, I just didn't get shit done. And then it was like, when I tried to focus more on my purpose and less on that, then it just like fucking ruined the whole relationship, because then I wasn't focused on the relationship, and then the relationship fell apart. And it's like, that's too much of a juggling act for me. I just need like one main thing to focus on. I've talked to the gods about it. We figured it out. Okay, maybe I'm not human. Maybe I'm not meant for all this. Like, maybe I just need to do this. Maybe I just need to be a lady monk, and I need you to not assign me feelings or try to put it in any kind of way for me. Like, I just need you to understand, like, I'm just off the market here. And I know you're probably like, you don't have to go through a whole fucking rant for this, but I feel like I kind of do. Because I feel like, there's so much assumption in the world that things have to be a certain way or people need to want certain things, and it's just not true. It's not true for a lot of us. It's a lot of us just don't do well in those dynamics. A lot of us have purposes that are too big. Um, I don't see people yelling at Jesus or like being like, "Oh, Jesus had to be tormented because he wasn't banging Mary Magdalene," and it's like, maybe he wasn't, because he was Mary Magdalene's best friend, and they still ended up being two of the greatest disciples of God, like in the Bible. Um, she was the best. She was his right hand man. They were whatever. They were great at what they did, and they understood the dynamic there, that they needed to do it the way that they did it. And whether or not you believe in that, not my problem. That's an example. um, but I just want to be seen in kind of that like same light where like people aren't trying to get at me or trying to sway me in any direction. Just know, like, I'm one with my gods. I'm one with the source. I'm good. Um, and don't assign other people feelings. Like anything that you could judge in another person, anytime you're like, oh, they're sad, they're miserable, they're angry, da da da, you're sticking a mirror in front of your own fucking face and you're calling it them. That's what you're doing. Because you're searching for any inkling that they feel like you do, or that they're in that same mindset as you, and they're probably on a whole other planet. Like me. Maybe I'm not human. Maybe you're barking up the wrong special tree. um, maybe I'm something else. Uh, Maybe you should just plant that seed in your head and just assume that, and find somebody who fits. Um, who fits. Because I don't have the energy for all that. I don't have the time for all that. I don't have the focus for all that. I'm not going to be in contact with somebody that fucking much. I'm sorry. It's just like, that sounds like torture. I need, yeah, I need people to just understand I'm here for this. Um, I appreciate those who support me. I have a lot of love, and it's universal love, and I give it to you in abundance. This is how I do it. This is how I give my love to you. So, take it or don't. That's where I stand. I'm sorry if this is a disappointing message for some of you. I need people to get it. I need people to understand. I'm not on Tinder for a reason. I'm not on chat rooms. I'm not doing that. I've got Instagram and Facebook, okay? And honestly, like, I use those for very spiritual reasons, to send as a platform to send these messages. I don't use that to hook up with people, and I never ever saw them as a means to do so. So yeah. And honestly, even if I was dating, I would not be seeking for somebody online. I would be doing it the old school traditional way. I'd be in a library, I'd have my big glasses on, and then I'd drop a book, and then this guy would be like, oh my god, we're reading the same book, and then bam, soulmates. That's how it would work if I was dating. I don't date though. So yeah. I just wanted to rant. And I hope that this didn't like fuck up your vibe too much today. Just know that you do have my love, just not in a possessive, sexy way. You have my love in a very universal way. We're all connected. We're all part of an energy thing. You know, maybe in past lives there probably was something, I don't know. Um, but I just know that in this life, I really need to live up to my purpose. Um, a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people do get it. Um, but I'm really here to help people. I'm really here as a healer, those doctors who have to work like fucking 80 hours a week and they don't have time for like families and lives because they're healing. They're there for the people. Their energy is being consumed by that. That's just see me in a similar light. Like, I'm consumed by this. I need to do this. This is what is right for me. This is what is good for the people. This helps way more people than just one who wants to be with me, right? Um, if I'm if I were to just go and be in a relationship, I'd only have the energy and attention span to help one person, right? Whereas this way, I can help multitudes. I could, I don't need to ask anybody permission to go out and start, like doing what I gotta do. This is my work. This is what I do. I don't need anything else. So, and I'm not sad about it. I'm really fucking not. Like, I've talked to God. I've talked to talked to Satan even. I've talked to all the guys. And honestly, like, we've all come to the same conclusion that this is what's best for me on all fronts. So yes. Anyway, yeah. I hope I didn't fuck with your vibe. I love you guys. Namaste. Please don't hate me for this.